Yeah, in the last session, we have just had a discussion like how to manipulate the data after creating a table while like inserting the data, deleting the data, and updating some kind of information that you want using the commands that we use, such as insert, create, and update. So right now in in this session, so okay, we have created a table. Okay, so how we can able to like add some kind of like operations rather than manipulation, you can say operations like how to find out like a kind of like a maximum value, minimum value, count the number of records that you want. You have some kind of like some kind of like commands you could say, or some kind of like operations where you can able to get the data, and that is possible in SQL. So let us just start with today's session. So let us just share the screen. Okay. Okay. So just a sec. Just a sec. Okay. Caption preferences. I think is just it. I think you guys can able to see it properly. Okay. So we could say some kind of like a data manipulation that have been doing using the select. So let us just start. Let us just start with the sum. Sum is a kind of like as as kind of like a command in the SQL statement where it calculates it adds all the values that are there, that are present in the SQL. So, for example, if a value has like around 5, 8, and 9, it calculates both the 5, 8, and 9, which gives a appropriate answer. And count is like counting the number of records, or you can say number of those rows that are present in the table. And maximum value is a kind of like displaying the maximum value and a minimum value. And distinct is like uh providing the records without any kind of like any duplicate records, just the records which is like different from the other records, different from the other record. For example, if you take four tables which has like 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, and 70,000 tries, it displays only the three records. One is like 50, 60, and 70,000 as a record. Average is a kind of like, as we know, displaying the average value of a column that is present. So, average column has been, you can take a formula like sum of all the columns by count of all the columns, like that. So, not only that, like we can also add the temporary names. Like, for example, mm, in a table, you have written as like a name, just a name, that's it. Uh, when you're like typing in the SQL, you can able to give like name as a first name so that temporarily it displays the column as a first name. And also like you can able to limit the number of records that you wanted to show using this limit command. And also like if you start giving me the order by operations, you could able to arrange records in ascending or in descending order. And also like being able to perform some operations such as addition, multiplication, division, or anything in the SQL directly using the operation, like plus, minus, like like multiplication and everything. So, okay, let us just see in the mm, let us just see in the a practical device. So I've just created the table, just created and just add some records just for the practicality purposes. Here you could see, select the max salary, min salary as min salary, average salary, and count as number of employees. So here you could see the the output that you got is the max salary, min salary, average salary, and number of employees. Mm, and In order to find out the duplicacy of your records, such as like distinct name, you could see 807565 because in the slide six, in the last slide, I've just created just give me a sec. Yeah, I've just created the position as same position, manager. So here you could see, select the distinct name on the employees like that. And also like select hash from the employees, order by salary in the descending order. You could see the salary like 80,000, 75,000, and 65,000. Like displaying the values in 80, 75, and 65. And I forgot to mention that, okay, when you're like trying to like order your values according to ascending or descending, when when you wanted to display the column in ascending, you don't need to mention the as ASC. It's optional for you. When you wanted to display the record in descending, you need to show the value in descending order. You need to type the value as DESC, which stands as descending. ASC stands for ascending. Okay, let us just show the practicality wise, like where we can able to see what we have done. Like just added the records, just added the max salary, min salary, and everything. And just created the select the string name. You could see miles. Oh, no. Yeah, you could see names. It's not name. Rather than that, we'll keep a position. Now you could see manager, developer, designer. So mainly to remove the duplicate records, we generally use this distinct as a position and limiting the records. You could see limiting the records 80,000, 75,000, 65,000. Just limited the records so that you could able to understand it very well. How the limit has a power to display the records as per our wish. So this is regarding about some kind of like operation. So next session we're gonna be starting a further deep dive about more deep dive about the SQL. And one thing is like when you try to like add the original columns and you wanted to find out the max and min, you couldn't able to do that due to that error. Why is that? Like you can able to see in the upcoming session. So thank you guys. Thank you very much for this video. So you guys will able to like, share, and subscribe this. Thank you.